October 10th was a very rough day for the crypto markets. We saw prices crash across the board and millions of traders went poof, completely wiped out. In this video, I'll be breaking down what caused the crash, how big these losses were, some of the exchanges that saw the most liquidations, and what we can expect in the coming days. This is a very important video, guys. Please pay attention. So here's what went down. A bit of global news was released about the US tariffs, where Donald Trump threatened to increase the percentage tariff on Chinese exported products to over 100%. This is what is believed to have caused traders to get spooked and caused a massive sell-off. Now, a lot of people believe that this news had a lot less to do with the massive crash that we saw on the 10th of October, because earlier this year we've had similar news about the US threatening to increase the percentage tariffs on a lot of countries, but none of those past news caused a massive crash as the one we have seen recently. But either way, as soon as this news was released, a lot of traders got spooked and started to sell. Now, when traders started to sell, it caused a massive chain reaction. Prices started to drop very fast. And because prior to the news, the sentiment of the crypto market was quite bullish, a lot of people were seeing their favorite coins reach new all-time highs, and the greed index of the crypto market was quite high. A lot of people were leverage trading, meaning that they were borrowing money to trade. And because prices started to move very fast, most of them started getting liquidated. So basically, their trades were starting to get automatically closed because prices moved too far against them, and this further caused the massive crash to snowball. According to crypto data trackers like CoinGlass and CoinDesk, over $19 billion worth of crypto positions got completely liquidated in less than 24 hours, with over 1.6 million traders getting completely wiped out of their positions. At one point, it is recorded that the market saw over $7 billion getting completely wiped out in less than 1 hour. That is huge. It is why a lot of people are saying that this is one of the biggest black swan or liquidation events that has ever happened in the history of crypto currency. And because a lot of people lost completely everything that they own because of how over leveraged they were, a lot of people have gone into depression, and some people have even gone as far as taking their own lives. This goes to show you how badly a lot of people got affected by the events that happened on the October 10th. So if by chance you are among the people that got completely liquidated, please do not feel bad, because you are not alone in your sorrows. Now, some exchanges took bigger hits than the others. Data from trackers show that platforms like Hyperliquid saw around $10 billion in liquidation, Bybit saw about $4.6 billion, Binance saw about $2.4 billion in liquidations. Now, these numbers might vary depending on where you check, and some people are even saying that most of these exchanges are actually hiding the real numbers of how much people actually lost in their exchanges. But as of now, these are the platforms that are recorded to have taken the largest hits. In talking about price moves that day, we saw Bitcoin drop from around 8 to 12% in a single day. Ethereum dropped from 6 to 16% depending on what exchange you looked at, but altcoins and meme coins got hit the hardest. We saw major altcoins dropping from around 40% to meme coins dropping to over 90% in just a matter of minutes. In fact, a coin called Atom on Binance Exchange went from a valuation of $4 to completely zero in a matter of minutes. Now, meme coins got affected the most because smaller coins have less liquidity and are more sensitive to price action when everyone starts to sell at once. Personally, there are three things that I believe made this crash to be way worse than usual. One being the US tariff news that made everyone go from being completely bullish to suddenly becoming nervous about what happens next. Second, because there were already much leverage in the markets, with a lot of people being quite over leveraged in their positions. And thirdly, because at the time of that crash, some of these exchanges started to have problems, because some users were complaining that they couldn't even close their trades in time to minimize their losses. Others were not being executed fast enough, and this further caused the losses to increase. That was a lot to cover, but the question on everyone's mind right now is, what's next for the crypto market? Well, I believe that we might see the market start to stabilize now that a lot of leverage has been flushed out. Now, if the global news starts to get more positive and we start to see liquidity come back in, then we might start to see some recovery in the coming weeks. But if another big event hits, then we might expect to see a lot more pain than we are already experiencing right now. Either way, this is a big lesson to all of us to avoid over leveraging, especially when we see that the greed index is high. We should always manage risk and only risk what we can afford to lose. Now, I believe that the crypto market has a lot to teach all of us. It teaches us that pride and greed always comes before a fall, and it teaches us the lesson of impermanence, where things will always go up and come down. Nothing is forever the same, and everything that you feel belongs to you right now might very well be gone by tomorrow. So it is very important to always live in the moment and enjoy the present as much as possible. If you want to check the full data for yourself, I'll be leaving the link to the reports from CoinGlass and CoinDesk in the description or the comments of this video. So let me know, were you caught up in this dump or were you able to buy the dip? Because usually this is a very big opportunity to buy your favorite altcoins and meme coins at discount prices. But unfortunately, a lot of us, myself included, are in huge losses right now. Even though I wasn't leverage trading at the time, most of my spot positions are currently in losses. Either way, this is the best time to touch some grass, as we say in the crypto space. Remember not to do anything crazy like with revenge trading or going into depression or having suicidal thoughts. Everything that is lost can be recovered. If you did it once, you can do it again. So that's all for today, guys. In my further next videos, I will be covering recovery possibilities for the crypto markets. And until then, guys, peace.